Welcome everyone, my name is Brendan Snyder. Thank you for joining me. This is New Music Finds episode number 11. It's where I collect together all the new music that I picked up over the last week and present it here. It comes from places like record stores, online retailers, Amazon, eBay, website purchases, and more. And I've got 10 different CDs to run through with you guys. But before we go into all that, if you're new to my channel and you haven't already hit the subscribe button, please click the button. Also leave a comment, hit like, all those things help support my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you enjoyed the video or you know someone that would, please share it with them, help get the word out on social media that way. I would also appreciate that. And of course, by subscribing, you'll be able to stay up to date on all that's going on in the world of music, just like this with New Music Finds, episode number 11, 10 CDs to go through here. And as always, we kick off with new releases, of which I've got 4. But the first one up is actually from, not this past Friday, but the Friday before, April 23rd, the new Dinosaur Jr., Sweep It Into Space. It just didn't get to me in time, so I couldn't include it last week. I'm including it here for you guys. 12th studio album, originally scheduled, for release in early 2020, but of course the pandemic pushed it back well over a year at this point now. But I'm glad to finally get it. It's a really good album. If you're a Dinosaur Jr. fan, I do highly recommend this album. Next up, we've got one from this past Friday, April 30th, Pink Floyd, live at Knebworth. Now, originally released as part of the later years box set, which is behind me there. It came out in 2019, and portions of this show have been released over the years, but never in its entirety. So this was the first time that the show was released in its entirety. And for this release, the sound got a remix on it. It sounds really good. Definitely recommend it. If you don't have the box set like me, do check into picking up this. This has a really great packaging too. I like the way they do this. That's why I've picked up, from the box set versus this, is to get the different ways that it comes together and so forth. But typical fine fashion, the way that they put together really nice package and artwork for it. Okay, next we've got another one from April 30th. Electric Boys, Upside Down, 7th studio album from these guys. Swedish band has been around for 33 years and they continue to play hard rock mixed with funk and soul. At the center of everything is Connie Bloom, the singer and guitarist. He's still there. He once served a stint in Hanoi Rock, so if you know that band, you get a good idea of what this band sounds like if you don't know about the Electric Boys. But they've been kicking around a long time and they're a really great straight ahead rock and roll band. Definitely recommend their debut album. Take a look at that if you want to start somewhere. Okay, next one I've got is Michael Sweet, Reborn, of course the Stryper frontman. This is a website release. Currently it'll probably get a more wider distribution soon. But this one here, the music on the disc itself was actually written and recorded for a solo album way back in 2003, but then later in 2005, after Stryper had reformed, they re-recorded it as a Stryper album, put it out under the name Reborn at that time. That's why this is called Reborn again. And Michael decided to revisit it, and he enhanced things that he felt were missing from the original versions. As they always say, hindsight's 20/20. So he looked back at it and he decided to embellish it with some additional guitar solos, rhythm guitars, synths, and additional background vocals. And I always really liked the original Stryper album Reborn, so it's great to hear the original versions of it and then kind of how they've grown with what he's done to it. All right, moving into the things that I searched out, I've got 6 things here. And kicking off, we've got Charlie Sexton, and it's a 1989 self-titled, but it's the second album from him. I got this through Amazon Marketplace, so it is used, but it was pretty good quality. And this one here is the follow-up to his debut album, Pictures for Pleasure, which you can see there behind me, and also Archangels back there. So if you're a fan of Charlie Sexton, these 3 albums, in my opinion, are the ones to have by him. They're just really, really great stuff. And then I've got, I picked up Queen in the Game from 1980. This is off of Amazon. 8th studio album. The album actually sold 4 million copies at the time, but this one here, the cool thing is it is a remastered 2 CD edition that was released in 2011. It's got a bonus disc in here, and so it's got 5 tracks on it. Save Me Live from 1981, A Human Body, which is a B-side, Sail Away Sweet Sister, Take One guide vocal, It's a Beautiful Day, which is says original spontaneous idea, April 1980, and of course would later turn up in 1995 on the Made in Heaven album, which was the final recordings of Freddie Mercury, and then Dragon Attack Live from 1982. So it's getting harder and harder to find. These things have now been out a decade, and it was the last Queen album that I didn't have in my collection. Incidentally, my favorite album of theirs, but I just hadn't replaced it with the 2 CD edition like this, know the album inside and out. So it kind of had to wait until I really, really wanted it. As you guys know from last week, I had picked up the Queen album Jazz, so I was in a Queen mood, and that's what caused me to pick that up. Okay, next I've got Def Leppard Yeah from 2006. Picked it up off Amazon, so this is one that's been, saying that it was out of print or unavailable or whatever, but I went ahead and picked it up. It's their covers album. I'm glad to finally get a an official version, so to speak, in my collection. I've had this white label promo one for years that I picked up. It is a burn copy. It's what they send out, for reviews, promotional type stuff like that. I've not had the original version and the full version, I should say. And so it will be part of their Volume 3 box set, which they just announced due June 11th. But when they do those, they release the discs in cardboard sleeves, sort of like vinyl replicas, and then the booklet information is compiled up to some degree in one hardback book, but you don't get the one that's in here. And this one here has some pretty great stuff in it. It's got write-up stuff from the band. It's got these, replica album covers of classic album covers like this one here from T-Rex. But then it's also got track-by-track commentary about their memories on the songs and why they chose to record it and stuff like that. So you get a lot of extra. And I don't think that that stuff is going to be included in the box set version. They haven't been doing it with the other ones. So I did want to get this in the collection before that one comes out, because I am going to pick it up. That's got 3 discs of bonus material, but I did want to get this one and replace this white label promo. And you can also see just stuff like this, like the quality of this is far better than this one here. So it's nice to finally have a good version of it. All right, next one is a new release, but I didn't pick it up right when it came out, so I am categorizing this as something that I searched out because it wasn't until I was really in the mood for it. The brand new Helloween single called Skyfall. It is a 2021 release, and I ordered it off Amazon. It's a CD single, got 2 tracks, $6. And the song Skyfall, this has a single edit, and then it's got an alternate vocal mix on it. So neither of the versions that are on the single are going to be on the album in the end of the day. So it is worth picking up, and of course, just great to hear this in advance. And it is the first single from the upcoming album, which is due June 18th. And this now reunited, expanded lineup of the band now features 3 singers, 3 lead guitar players, and of course returning members, Kai Hansen, who is the original vocalist and one of the lead guitar players, as well as Michael Kiske, who took over for Kai going forward with them. And then because I was on a Helloween kick, I picked up Keeper of the Seven Keys, The Legacy from Amazon. It's their 11th studio album. Came out in 2005, and it is a double album. So this one here continued the Keeper of the Seven Keys, album 1 from 87 and 88, and it continues that on with this one that's here. But this one was done with Andy Duras, whereas the first 2 here were done with Michael Kiske. But this version of it comes with 2 bonus tracks on here. It's got the song Run and another one called Revolution. And so I previously had another promo copy, but it didn't have any kind of back insert in it, and it didn't have those bonus tracks. But the cool thing that this promo had, which is why I sometimes like promos, is because it was a promo, they actually had a band history right up on the inside of it, kind of a thing. So that was always cool, and it always made me hesitant to replace it because I like those things that I can read along with listening to the music and that sort of stuff. So I'll probably combine this booklet with this one here and put them together going forward now that I've got an official version of it, but this way I'm not going to get rid of that booklet. I definitely like that. And the final thing that I searched out was another Helloween called Walls of Jericho, 1985. It was their debut studio album. Picked it up through Marketplace, a used reseller, but it was a brand new release. And of course, this one here features Kai Hansen, who's now back in the lineup. But the cool thing about this one is it's another 2-disc set, and it features not only the album Walls of Jericho, but also their self-titled debut EP that came out. So those 5 tracks and a non-album single called Judas, and then a second disc of bonus tracks. So a whole bunch of great stuff there on these, and it's been really great, these Helloween reissues that they've been doing with all this great bonus stuff. So there you go, New Music Finds episode number 11, 10 CDs of classics, replacements, new releases, just a whole bunch of great things. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll talk to y'all real soon. Bye, everyone.